To the Black Ghost family, man. What's happening? We back. We back at it, man. We here again, man. What's good with the Zen? We got young Zen in the building as always. What's happening, boy?
What's the deal, man? We out here. We out here getting through it. We grinding. How about you, dog? What's going on over there?
Man, you know what it is, man. Another day. It's only man. What the fuck is today? Monday?
Mm,
Tuesday. Monday.
mm.
Yeah, it's Monday, man. It's early in the week, man. Y'all already know what it is. My bad. Mondays is the worst, man. But we came. We wanted to, you know what I'm saying. We wanted to come with another episode. Fluence is in, man. That's how we was feeling. So, you know what I'm saying? Salute to the Black Goose TV family as always, man. Y'all can see the bottom, man. Hit the like, subscribe
Right there.
button.
Look
You know
where
what
my
I'm
finger
saying?
right there. Right there. Y'all can't see it, but it's right there.
Right there. Episode 16. We here for another one. We gonna try and give y'all the energy. What we trying to be on, for a matter of fact, when it comes to everything, is consistency. So we here, y'all, with the consistency. What we here, man, we showing love to everybody, man. We got Zen's Young Lakers play tonight. I don't know how much we're gonna be in tune with that, but we're gonna
They
definitely
do?
check it. Yeah, man, they play Charlotte. They play
You sure
Charlotte
it's
tonight.
not tomorrow? You sure it's not tomorrow? You sure?
I
You
looked
sure?
at that joint. That said 9:30 my
Dang,
time.
you right. They about to play right now. You see the
9:30 my
Nets got
time.
Maya. You see the Nets got yeah.
They didn't win? Who they play?
Chicago.
Oh, they didn't win.
Nah, KD had 38 and they lost. But
Well, James
James Harden
Harden.
only shot 2 shots in the second half,
Oh well, wait, what do you know with though?
14 points,
How many assists?
5.
You lying, bro.
Why would I sit here and lie about that? That's
Oh,
what he
mic check.
did.
Maybe check niggas. All right, we good with the mic check.
That's what he
So he
did.
ended up, he ended up with 14 and 5.
And 8 rebounds,
How many minutes he played?
34.
Oh, all right. So what I said, a couple of podcasts back, I may be wrong. Because I'm like, bro, if any time it's for you to shine is when y'all play the Bulls. But they're playing good though. Like, well, let me say this: their record looks good. Let me say that they're thriving despite what James Harden is doing in a sense. What you think?
It's just they didn't have nobody scoring. You got LaMarcus Aldridge as your second leading scorer with 19. It's just like Patty Mills
That's
was
crazy.
off. You feel me? Blake Griffin only shot 5 shots, didn't make no threes. Like Joe Harris, 9 points, only 7 shots. Dude just wasn't, you feel me? KD did what he needed to do. But you know what I'm saying? The Bulls, you got DeRozan with 28. You got Levine with 24. You got Vucevic 11 and 13. You got Lonzo solid little, you got a good 11 in there. Then you got Green 11. You got the Smooth. I don't know how to say his name. I hope I didn't mess it up. But 15. You know what I'm saying? They got a good even spread out double digit scoring. You feel me? Over here, you hear 3 people, double digits. Not good enough.
Man, that's unfortunate though. But I'm like, at the same time, I think it would be a closer game if James Harden was playing like he was playing last year. If he was playing at MVP, you know what I'm saying, MVP caliber level like he was, potentially last year, we're talking about something different. But at this point, you know what I'm saying, you have to start saying it got to be the fouls, man. Well, excuse me, it got to be the rule change. I should say. It's like there's like at this point, it's hard for you to question. Oh, you're just trying to get your shit going. Because I'm like, even with you trying to get your shit going, there would be sporadic, instances where we'd be like, okay,
Like I
he's just
remember when
off.
LeBron went to back to the Cavs, bro, in his first I say at least 8 to 12 games. He really wasn't dunking that joint, bro. Like I'm telling you, he going in the lane, he's laying it up. Or if he do dunk, it's so leisure dunk. Like you feel me? He not really dunking. And then I remember he came out to the press. He was like, "Sorry for not dunking lately. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of things going on. I just been having to, you feel me, get my body right and get focused. But I swear I will be dunking again." And sure enough, that man started going crazy dunking. So I'm like, but you can still see he could do it, but it was just it's odd. Like he's not really trying to is he tired? Like what's going on? Like he not really, you feel me? But then he addressed it. So I'm like, okay, but with Harden, it's he just keeps saying that's a foul. So it's not no more, bro. Like I know you trying to say it's a foul. Like sometimes it might be because sometimes they are grabbing you, but I'm
And it
like,
is. That's why I agree. I'm like, sometimes it is, but it's like the refs know you when the ref sees you looking for the foul. Now they're not going to give it to you because it's like
They think you're
Even
trying to do it, even if it's they're doing it. So it's like now they're gonna use this against you. The karma coming back. So it's like you're gonna have to figure something new out.
and it's like, I still believe Harden's a great enough player where I'm like, it's still early in the season, and he's going to have to understand that you are not going to get those calls. But I think later in the season, he'll be able to get those calls if he just looks at his footage, look at his gameplay, and then rather, looking for the foul, he just just takes it all the way to the butt and just hope for the. I'm like, you just got to act like that's not going to get called, and I guarantee you're going to start getting the calls. But I feel like he's too focused on like this shit used to get a call. Why isn't it getting a call? And he's so used to not finishing all the way through. It's showing, and it's like we're not giving you that, bro. Like you, like come on, you got to hoop. And I'm like, he's gonna figure that out. He's gonna figure that out as well as he gets in shape. I'm like, it's the worst, 1-2 punch for him right now. He's out of shape.
I'm telling you right now,
and it's a new rule we got to get used to.
I'm telling you right now, all that would be negated because I don't care what nobody says. Anybody that you see start a little slow, they always still have some type of to them because they got that mid-range game. Bron James had a mid-range crazy when he was when he was young. His three was cool, but it was his mid-range. He would come because everybody think he come downhill. He'll just come and do that little behind the back and he'll pull up cat.
At the same time, his mid-range was crazy because he wasn't that good at shooting threes. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying at that time it was acceptable. So I'm saying now it's all about threes. What does he do? He goes, it's a jump shot. He making good threes. He pulling up from the logo. He doing that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's not shooting that great though this year though. Honestly,
he's shooting like 38, 39%. That's solid. For Bron, how buff that man
yeah,
is?
that's what I'm saying. For Bron, that's good. But I'm like in the reality of the league, it's like you know what I'm saying. It's like I'm saying. It's like okay.
He's shooting better than Luka.
I respect that. I don't really think Luka's really that gifted as a 3-point shooter. I think he's gonna get better when he's older, but like he's not really. He's more like what you talking about.
He better than PG.
I go same with PG. PG never been really a great 3-point shooter.
Well, I don't know, man. What to tell you, man. I don't know what they better get it right because Bronny James got it right, but I don't care. I seen it.
I'm not saying like
I've seen it. Bronny got it right.
That's
he
not
me. The finals when he 8 threes in Game 7. He is getting it right.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying the reason why he had a big factor to him having such a great mid-range game and him be able to go to it because he wasn't a natural 3-point shooter. Where James Harden, he was always able to just pull up on someone from three. I'm not saying he was just a natural 3-point shooter, but he had that in his bag more so than LeBron did.
In his game. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I'm like, but we both know also James Harden does have a mid-range game. He also has a back net, you know what I'm saying, a post-up game too. But he stopped using it after a certain point, especially when the game shifted and changed. I know he has it in his bag, but it's like that's not his role now. Like he can't just pull that out now. That's gonna throw the offense off. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it would. I think he gotta try something different.
I promise you, bro. If he started shooting it, he would average 25 so easy. He wouldn't even think about the fouls, bro.
I think he needs to get off the ball a little bit, bro.
But I'm thinking,
I don't think he needs to be on the ball as much. I think he needs to stay up. He gotta get off the ball, man.
Think about this, bro. As great as Dwayne Wade was when he averaged his points, I feel like they was effective. You know what I'm saying? He's coming down. He couldn't shoot the three all the time, but I'm like how he would create and be able to score and put his team in those positions still. I'm like, it can be done by James. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he has all these capabilities. When I'm coming at these players and when I'm saying what I'm saying, I feel like people think that I'm trying to be on them. But I'm like, I'm just seeing what they really can do. I'm like, he can shoot that mid-range. He can really act like he's going all the way, go behind his back like he used to do a little baby step back and just shoot the mid-range. I'm like, bro, if you make that, bro, and you make a couple of those, now if you do a good step back from the three, it's going to be more split back, or you're going to feel like, okay, I kind of see what a touch is now with the ball. Like, it kind of give you more so of a, because sometimes if you're not getting those free throws, that's where you get your rhythm too. So if he shot like 12 free throws, and then in the second half, he's just doing a lot of step backs and he's making them, is because he found his touch at the line. He getting them free throws, but he ain't getting them touches now. So it's like, I got to do the step back off of just straight
But it's like ultimately though, I'm like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but what would be your advice strictly to James Harden, or what are you saying specifically to James Harden for him to do? Are you saying he has no hope? That's what it
it's
sounds like.
not no hope. It's just I feel like
Sound like
is he
he's
stuck
saying
in
this
his
game is
ways?
trash and it's predicated on calls.
But I saying is he stuck in his ways where he's not? Because I'm like I've seen LeBron have to adapt when they was playing off of him the first 4 or 5 games in that series, and he wasn't really making them too good. But when it came down to it, when they needed it, he was hitting them. That's all I'm saying.
I gotta argue against that point in the sense of you thinking about someone who was the main, focal point of a team. James Harden is someone who's trying to not even fit in, but he has to make it work with someone as great as KD, and KD's going crazy. So it's like you gotta at least admit it's an awkward position for James Harden. It's a new rule change. He's coming off the injury. He's out of shape. He's trying to figure all this shit out, but at the same time, he can't go too hard because he can't take away from what KD's doing. He can't, because at the end of the day, you have to say it. Even with James Harden struggling, they still are one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference right now. They lost against the Bulls, who are possibly looking like, they're the surprise of the East right now.
Only reason I give him more of a hard time than you probably thinking, because I'm like, you asked for this. That's my thing. You wanted to go there. You said, I don't want to go nowhere else but there. You got what you wanted. So now I'm not here. I'm not trying to really hear too much of that. I'm giving some time because you're right. You got to let that adjust. But I'm like, I've seen year in, year out in the playoffs, him not be there, regardless if he's injured or he's not. You know what I'm saying? Even if he did perform, he just fell short. I'm just like, at the end of the day, if you saying Warriors, whatever, everybody fell short to the Warriors. So I don't want to hear that excuse. At the end of the day, somebody should have beat him, and it should have been him if you feel like he was that cold. But I'm like, that ball. I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm coming at him, because I'm like, you asked for this trade. You asked to be over there. Okay, Kyrie's not there. That's fine. But I'm like, KD ain't start pooping. He didn't say, oh, well, I'm just trying to figure it out,
Real quick, I figured out why there's an audio. When we talk, we got to put the mic down when another person, because it'll come through the headphone and it'll hit. So when another person talks, we got to put the mic down so we don't get it. But my argument, real quick, to what you're saying about the whole KD point, is you're saying the same exact argument you said with LeBron, so it's not a fair argument when it comes to James Harden. They said it's your team, KD. This is your team. So KD is able to operate, and nothing changes when it comes to KD. He gets to play with the way he wants to play. James Harden now comes into a role when he needs to involve everyone on the team as well as make sure KD is comfortable. And now he has to look for a shot, which it worked perfectly last season. But so far it doesn't look that good now. You know what I'm saying? Some people are blaming it on the rules. He's blaming it on the injury. Some are saying he just wasn't as good as people think. I think he's that good. I think it's a mixture of both. That's what I think, because I think he's gonna pick it up. I still believe, even though I'm like he's seeing the numbers, he looks back. I think also too the team is different than it was last year. A lot of people think them picking up Paul Millsap, you know what I'm saying, and re-signing back to Marcus Aldridge. I'm like, that takes away from Harden's game too. Blake Griffin, these are guys that all crowd the paint. I'm like, they don't have as many shooters as they did last year, in my opinion. So I'm like, I think all this credits to James Harden not being able to operate the same way, including with the new rule change. So
it's just crazy because I'm like, we give guys like James Harden all this lack of, all this leeway and all this, rule change and all this, commodity. But I just remember players like AI didn't have none of them excuses to talk about. He had to just get it done. Like, I gotta go get 30 no matter what. They calling fouls or not, I gotta figure it out. I'm like, that's all I'm saying. I'm just used to that. And it's hard for me to just not be used to that. Like, Brian is still a good example. He's gonna go get that. He's gonna go figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he might fall short when he gets to the top, but I'm like, he got to the top though. It's got, got to climb back up.
But I feel like we're talking about two different players. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we gotta understand the difference.
They're trying to make saying James Harden is great. I'm talking about if he gonna be
James
great.
Harden is great in his system. But you can't look at it in the status of LeBron. If you look at anybody in the status of LeBron during this era, it's gonna be the same
Kobe.
thing.
Okay, Dwayne Wade. I don't feel like he's
the same thing. You have to think about, okay, who did Dwayne Wade when Dwayne Wade won his chip? I'm like, Dwayne Wade, he wasn't MVP, but he did have Shaq. So I'm like, oh,
I'm
you got to
not
look at the
knocking that, but
specifics.
I saw who came down and hit all the shots that mattered, and it was him.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have even been in that position if he didn't have the team he had,
But
and that
that's
team was orchestrated to make
fine.
sure that they get there.
But you're telling me that James Harden hasn't had teams for him to be in those certain positions.
The only team that I seen him right now was with Brooklyn. That's the only team I'm like, okay, they can get to the chip and do the thing. And old school OKC, KD, Harden, and Westbrook, but they was too young at that point, so they don't even count. Other than that, every other team he had, he was the star, and I'm like, that ain't
So
finna
you're
cut it.
saying he's not good enough to be the star to win? Is that what you're saying?
The game ain't made for just one star to win. You gotta have something with it.
So I'm saying if they don't get it this year, what's his excuse? Because KD the best other dude you could get besides Brian, right?
Oh, if they don't get it this year, no, I'm saying there's no. I agree with that. I'm just saying right now we
Okay,
can't judge him on that time frame just because
okay,
of
as long
the
as
point.
okay, then anything else you saying, I'm on board. Then as long as you agree that if they don't get no chip this year, there's a lot of talk that I don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to hear in no
They have to
conversation
at
with
least get to the
Kobe.
finals. They have to at least if they get to the finals and they put up a good fight and they don't win the chip, I'll be critical, but I'll still be like, all right, let's see what happens next year. But if they don't, if like something that happens last year happens this year, whether even if there's injuries involved, whatever it is, and it's gonna be like, oh, okay, this is the new Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and damn, was it Joe? I know Joe Johnson
Joe
was in
Johnson and Darren
who
Williams.
and Darren Williams. Yeah, it's the new like, oh, well, hype for this team, but it's like okay, but the sad part is they're a little bit they're a lot younger than
They're in
them.
their prime still.
Yeah, they're in their prime. But we're talking about guys who've been injured, other than KD, who's no man. It's not James Harden ain't really been injured. I don't. There's no excuse. All right, there's no excuse if
No,
they don't get
none.
at least to the
Cause I'm
finals
like,
and put up a
look,
damn good
bro,
fight.
Bron played through injuries, bro. Kobe's played through broke fingers. All these dudes, AI's played through sprained ankles, fractures, all that. I'm not trying to say that you have to do things like that, but I'm just saying when it comes time through it, you gonna either have to be like KD, like you feel me? He might have like took a year of his career away, but that's how he's thinking. He's just like, I feel like I can go. I'm gonna try to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like that was more of a Hooper thing, when it then was like a I'm trying to be courageous and show how brave I am thing. You feel me? I didn't take it
Well,
as him trying to be brave.
well, you got to think about how kind of the dynamic has changed in the sense of regular season has become so much more obsolete than it used to be. Regular season used to actually matter at one point. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, the NBA is orchestrated in a way, this is my opinion, where you kind of know who's going to get into the playoffs, other than maybe, you might have some surprises. So a lot of times these teams are like the Lakers, like Brooklyn, like these teams, on Bucks, like coming off a rough start, they're not tripping because like we know we're gonna get in the playoffs. We just got to figure it out. Like we're going for the chip. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nowadays you see more guys taking time off and things like that because it's like we know how everything is put together, play how our teams put together. We're supposed to win certain games and we're going to win certain games. So we can take this time off and things like that and get things together. But ultimately, which I think is kind of trash. I do like the new rule change, but it's still you can still see. I'm like the way teams are put together now, which is different before because there's more control when it comes to players and where they want to go. Like what teams are gonna make it to the playoffs ultimately. There's probably like a couple you're like, okay, maybe you can interswap those, but it's gonna make it. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
like your Cavs, like man, they might get up in there. You
They
see, y'all
not
got bad
gonna
news,
make
right?
it. It is what it is.
You see, they got bad news, right?
I don't care. I already know we're not gonna make the playoffs, so I'm not even worried about this, man. I just be talking on hype. I know what it is.
Nah, y'all would have made it if he didn't get hurt.
It would no, even if he would have stayed healthy, we wouldn't have made it. I already know.
Y'all was 7-4. Y'all was fourth in the East, and y'all got the playing games this year, so you can get the 10th spot and still make it.
We wouldn't have made it, man. We deliberately chose not to re-sign Sexton. That's gonna bite us in the ass later in the year. That was a stupid thing to do. You basically said we don't believe in it, bro.
He can still he can still get an extension though.
He we already offered him a certain amount of money, and he was like, "Nah, we didn't give him enough." I'm like, he was done, and we was like, "Nah, we're not gonna match it." We told him he can test free agency. We already said, like, it's already out there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now he got hurt, so he was like, "Yep."
Yep. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, That's gonna bite us in the
You
ass
just
later.
you just mad because you just like I want Sexton and I don't want him to
Bro, it makes me
leave
not want to be a Cavs fan no more. Low ball. I'll be like, man, like, I
because
don't
you
know.
don't really like Right Garland. You will never say nothing big with him.
Bro, but they really want to keep him. I'm like, I never see the game where I was just like, damn, he really killed it. Like Sexton, he'll have it. Like he might not have a great game some game, but when he get off, I'll be like, man, that boy got potential, man. I'm like, you just gotta just stay in that thing, just pause, but stay, just take your time. Just I'm telling you, when the year is right, he gonna go crazy. But I'm telling you, a team gonna swoop him up, man. They gonna be blessed. Sexton's a beast, man. I respect Sexton, man.
Lakers need to swoop him up.
Hmm. Man, I got Sexton. Y'all be cold, bro.
Yeah, he
But
nice.
real quick, we didn't get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta rate the day, you know what I'm saying? So how was your day? You know what I'm saying? Let's know, man. The five.
Let's go with you first, man. Today, let's see what you got for us, man.
All right. Today was Monday, so you already know Mondays is the weakest days of the week. But my day wasn't bad, you know what I'm saying? Boy got chapped up. Yeah, see, chat.
That's why you don't got no hat.
I did my own mustache game, you know what I'm saying? Own facial hair. Pop said never let nobody, so I did that. But my day was cool, you know what I'm saying? I went to work. Work was straight. I didn't have too much action at work. Work was cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I got nothing crazy to report on at work. I'm trying to think, but yeah, nah, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Went, got in the, I wasn't finna work out, you know what I'm saying? But then I was like, because Mondays always be busy. So it's like people be like, it's the beginning of the week, I gotta get my shit in. But yeah, I ended up going. I ended up doing some random shit. I actually was like, let me see, because remember originally I said I wanted to start running like the first. So I went on a treadmill, man. I ran a mile. See how it felt. I did it at a slow pace. Came off, you know what I'm saying? Felt a little something, like, but ended up doing another 2 miles. Like I ended up being that thing. I did 2 miles, not on the treadmill. You say I did on the elliptical. So I did 2 miles on the elliptical. I had to be
Every
that
time I think
good.
about the elliptical, I think you already know.
Yeah, I was like, all right, know what I look like. So I did that. Just as I was like, see it. So I came, I was like, okay, bet. And then I went, and then I did my workout. So
Is
that
that
was the
shit
first
tiring? I
time.
don't really ever use the elliptical. Is that tiring on doing on that there? Or is
Nah,
it...
that dang ain't tiring, none. But it can get your heart rate up. It's kind of similar to like the rower. Where like that
Okay,
rower
because the
is
rower
not
doesn't feel
tied.
like, yeah, it's like it's just more of like of a just constant movement.
But if you go, you can get your heart rate up. You feel me? You can get like if like it's like a good. In my opinion, I guess I don't know. You can look it up. In my opinion, it's a good warm up. Like if you're trying to, if you don't feel like I don't know, if you can't run or something like that, like me, like that's a good warm up for me into my workout. So
Do you
did
got
that.
do you got a do you got Persona at your gym?
No, because I know I just go to Planet Fitness, bro.
They can have a sauna. I don't know.
I don't think they do.
Mm.
I don't think they do. But anyways, so yeah, ended up after I did that, I did my workout and I felt good. My knees good. This is the best my knees felt, man. I almost feel like I'm ready, but I'm like, let me take it slow. Cause I was surprised, even off the mile. Like I felt like I could have cranked it up, but it was just so random for me to do it. I was like, nah, let me just see what happens.
Yeah,
I
you'd have
felt
been
cool.
crazy, man. You'd have been crazy. You'd have put a lot of pressure on that right there for 3 miles, man. I did two of those today. I wasn't gonna actually do two. I was only gonna do one. And then when I looked down, I already did like a mile and like a quarter. So I was just like, I might as well do 3 more laps. So I just did 3 more laps.
But that's how it's feeling. Cause I'm like, after one, you feel like that's when you really like you now you warmed up. One first mile makes you warmed up. Like you like, okay, that was my warm up. Now let's go. I was ready, but then I was like, stop. So I went to the elliptical, do the other two.
It
Just
was
to be
like
safe.
7 hours. Oh,
Be safe.
that sounds like. So what was your day? What would you rate it?
Oh, when I'm home now, I finally, for the first time ever, I caught Zaxby's bitch ass. I always be trying to get their salads, bro, for the DoorDash, but they always be stopping the DoorDash early, bro. Finally got that. So I got that wait for me. My day was probably a 4.2, man. I had a 4.2 day. Um, got some things done tomorrow. I'm finna go in finally. I'll be a Muffinian. I'm gonna get that Muffinian ID. You feel me? Get my shit right. That's it. Get the picture. That's why I
Stupid.
got chopped just for the ID. That's it for the picture. Yeah, 442. Yeah, I had a cool day. I'm trying to keep the energy levels high. You know what I'm saying? Because might be a bitch. Go ahead, man. Oh, oh yeah.
My day, man. It was a day, you know. I guess it was solid though, because I'm like got good, them 2 miles. I got some good shots in and stuff. I didn't get into the sauna because I figured we'd probably go live, so I just skipped that, and then I just came and took a shower. Then when I ate, and I came back here, so I'm like, I guess I don't know. But the morning was kind of rough, so probably like a 3. Nothing
I
like
get that.
a 3.
That's a Monday though. That's a Monday. The only reason mine's where I'm at is because I finally feel like my knee is coming back to life. I was really surprised at myself, and I was like, when I was about to do the run, I was like, don't do it, don't do it. I just did it. Let's see that. And I feel okay, and hopefully I don't pay for this tomorrow, but I feel good. When I'm walking around right now. I feel good, but I'm still like when I go sleep on my ice and stuff. So that's me. I'm like I'm really I want to get back. I want to get back, man. I want to get back so bad, bro. But a 3 though on Monday, on a Monday that definitely makes sense. I can't lie to you.
Did you get everything sorted with the good music?
Yes, I got everything sorted. Um, Everything's good. I will say this. I understand because I'm like it's not that much monthly. It's only 24 a month, but
Not that much difference, right?
not too impressed. Like
Bro, I
nothing crazy
swear
about it.
that's why I was like when I had it, I'm like when I was sending it to you, I'm just thinking like nothing's nothing like whatever he's doing, like
But
I
they
was
even have. Let me say that they even have like a newer version of that, like a next year version. It's called a that artist, and like it's cool. Like I see the subtle difference. I'll say this though, the upgrade of the studio, which by the way, it's only like it was only $42 more.
$42 more.
Yeah, like because you already have 8, they'll make it. They give you a deal, and they'll be like, you don't got like they'll just make it. If you want to upgrade to the pro, you can do. It's like almost like $42, $43. That's it. And you got it.
That's like, but you could tell the difference in the studio.
I can, but I can tell. See, that's the thing, man. It's like I be seeing. It's very similar. Like the job I work at, there's like different CRMs you have to work with, like things that hold data and stuff like that. And like there's things that's in the working where it's like it's really compatible. It has new stuff. It's cool, but it's newer. It's brand new. It's like kind of like an app. Like you get a newer app to an app that's been, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of glitchy, bro. And let me tell you this: don't ever uninstall the one you have because shit's now in place, and this is why I found out why it didn't work anymore when I had uninstalled the joint and then installed, the new joint. Then uninstalled because now shit's installed and now shit's made. Is when we make something new, you can't get the old shit no more.
Mm. So it's better not to get the new.
I think it's good motivation. It looks cool stuff like that. Like I don't got too much credit. I think I really like the new studio. Like I like it. I think it's really good. It's just kind of glitchy. You feel me? It gives me vibes back to back like 5 years ago when it was like, oh, this shit dope, but like, it's great. So it's kind of glitchy. Like when you have too much, like because we got the different bundles in there. You know what I'm saying? We got the waves and you know what I'm saying. Got the VSTs package in there. So it's like I've noticed when I'm like I have when I'm editing it or excuse me mastering it, whatever you want to call it, mixing it. I'm like, oh, I'm getting that same freeze up, shut down vibe. Where I wasn't in the last studio because obviously it's not as new. Like all the glitches and stuff is added. This one I can tell they still, but it's nice. It's clean though. It's like when you like I hear the difference in the record. It's cleaner. Like I won't lie. So it's like it's, you got you, but it's worth it for the price. For just upgrading for a night. It's worth it. I think it takes everything over. But as far as BSG was talking about, I'm like, there's not much of a difference there with it, and even the things, the bundle it comes with, like, because the package you pay a month for like $24.99 a month, it like adds some. But I'm like, it's stuff I wouldn't use.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, it's like, but someone may use it, but for me, it's like, and maybe if I play with it more, maybe I end up using it later on. But as of now, it's like. But I'm gonna keep playing with it, fucking with it, see what I can do with it. Because something new is fun. So,
what you think about getting that diamond from Wade's joint?
What comes with the diamond? What's like the extra?
Yeah, it's like 75, I guess. Great plugins. They say I have to probably read it. But there's like 75 great, new compressors and all this other good stuff that they were saying. And then I guess Mercury's like they best shit, like over 3,000 plus stuff. That's too much. So the diamond is like 300 now. It's like on sale or something like that.
Yeah, I'll be down. Yeah, I'm like, more to upgrade, the better. To see, it just gotta come down to us. Like I said, like I'm like, we gotta hit the consistency. Boom, hit the consistency. So we make sure we using all this shit. But like we is, so I'm like, I'll be down. We gonna try shit out, see how it goes for a month. If it's worth it, it's worth it. If it's not, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So some of the shit is worth it, some of it's not. Like the little bundle I'm trying right now for the auto tune. I'm like, that shit is. It's a free trial right now, but I'm like, if it ends up being, it's a 2-week free trial. So I'm like, by the end of 2 weeks, I don't know if I'm gonna pay for it. So we'll see. Right now, so I'm like, it's a subtle difference, nothing crazy. But the biggest thing I see the difference is the studio. Is like how it comes in. So I'm like, a big thing I know, if I upgrade the interface, that's another level, and I gotta upgrade the. But see, that's another thing on my side. Like I'm trying to figure out, like, do I want to do that? But see, I'm trying not to be that nigga. It's like, oh, let's wait until here, because I'm like, the way like the market is when it comes like moving on to shit, I'm like, it's gonna probably take me forever. So I'm like, I might as well just get all this shit now. Just take the shit with me whenever time comes. By the way, man, motherfucker was probably like an hour and a half ago, 2 hours. Nigga was busting the semi-automatic, man.
Busting the what?
Semi-automatic, man.
Dang.
I was like, shit, man.
Who is that going after?
That's what I was saying, man. But anyways, the bullshit. You see what y'all, what y'all winning or not?
Last time I checked, we was down a point. We up 3.
You know that.
Yeah, he playing.
Okay, I ain't expecting him to play.
Yeah, he left last game talking about his stomach.
Yeah, stomach ache. Yeah, boo-boo. I ain't finna play. Play all that. Did you watch the new BMF or no?
Nah, I'm gonna just wait till next Sunday, just because I have something to watch.
Man, I couldn't help you, dog. I watched this shit.
I know you did. It was good, huh?
I think it's taking over Raising Cane. Maybe I'm just in the moment. It's crazy though.
Wow. And you was talking all that cash.
It's crazy though. There's only 8 episodes in the season, man.
Yeah, that's how he always does his first seasons. Power's like that too.
Did Raising Cane have 10?
Nah, I thought I only had 8.
Oh man.
It might have had 10 though, maybe. But usually he does that sometimes. There's 8, and then the next ones will all have 10. Cause think about it, it got renewed after the first episode, so he's probably thinking like, "Well, I ain't got too much pressure then. I got 8 episodes this joint." You feel me?
Probably the best.
That's be only because Ghost Book Power 2 coming, boy.
I ain't gonna watch that. I ain't on nowhere level. Raising Kanan is nowhere on this level.
You just hating, man. You haven't even seen it.
I don't watch that bullshit. Some
You
weak
just
shit, man. And we,
you just hating because that's a good show and you not trying to see it.
oh man, you know what? I'm not even gonna add cap. I got some topics, man. I was coming up in here acting like I ain't got no topics. I got some topics. Oh, by the way, bro, what's up? You book your ticket? What's up, man?
I am gonna get it this week.
Gonna go crazy, man.
So we finna go crazy.
I don't know what we finna do. I ain't talked to Young John, so we're gonna figure something out. We might just have to just go.
Yeah, he said he I don't want to put his business out there, but yeah,
But yeah. So I'm like,
that's crazy.
so I'm like, it might have been. I had it around a little bit.
You is looking kind of fresh though. Like you kind of blended it in pretty good.
So let me say this real quick. Can I talk about this real quick? So let's look to my barber. So this isn't the same barber I went to last time that I was saying I fuck with. This was my original barber where I used to say this is the dude I fuck with. Now, me looking at like when I watched, I was like, okay, the reason why I liked him the most because he knew how to blend out here. Like he blended, but still there's a little bit difference in the side. I'm gonna see that. But he blends better than most out here. Like he blends even better than the last dude, right? In my opinion. My thing about him though, he'd be a little bit too fast with his work, and then he do that little spray thing. So I had to wipe that shit off. So that means if you do a little spray thing, you don't cut as good. So that's the thing. That's the only difference. Like I got, like it's still fresh, but I know how to count it. You know what I'm saying? I put the cocoa butter on, I put the alcohol on, all that stuff. But you know what I'm saying? It took me back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel a little fresh. I feel a little, you know what I'm saying, scrapey on the sides. But it looks amazing. But the reason why I appreciate the last dude I was going to for a minute is because he's so precise with his shit. Like he'll take way longer than this dude.
He just know how to really get it shut, like get it.
He'll take long. Like he'll take like if he would have done this, it would have took him maybe close to an hour. Like this dude that did this, it took him maybe like 25 minutes. But it's like it's fresh as shit. But it's like I feel, and the reason I remember going to when I want me like wanting to go to the other dude is because it lasts longer. So I'm like the way he cut it, I bet you $5 like in like 4 or 5 days my shit gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Because if it don't, I'll go back. But I'm like, he did that spray shit. I had to wipe that shit off. I'm like, the line's still fresh even without it. But I'm like, it's like I didn't even pay
like that spray shit, huh?
Bro, I didn't even ask for that. Like, there's a cost on the Booksy thing where it's like, if you want the spray shit, you know, you pay this much. If you want the regular shit, and he still keep putting it on. I'm like, nigga, I asked for a regular haircut, man.
He probably just putting it on the house.
That's what I know he be doing because I be tipping him certain. So every time he be like, oh,
bro, you be giving him that Skrille. I see you now, boy.
Oh, I know. I always tip my barbers, man. I don't get so because you can't say that because I don't go get my hair cut a lot.
You don't. You be
now before, I don't. But now when I go and I get my hair cut, I make sure you know what I'm saying they good.
That boy giving him the Skrille. I ain't gonna lie, my barber one time told me like 15, right? I had came with 25, so I was like, "You gonna just get 25?" He was like, "Get my number, man. Lock me in your phone." I was all this dude went my business.
They giving good prices like that out there.
It was in Memphis.
Oh, in Memphis. Oh, I'm like, nigga, I ain't find nobody give me 15 for this. I'm like, nigga, the price I'm.
It was 15, bro. I swear.
Nigga,
the next time he said 20, so I'm like, he must have been high when he said that. That's something he just like, I'm gonna start charging more.
Just know I gave this nigga like I gave him at least 2 cuts worth, 3 cuts worth. You talking about yours? 3 cuts worth of money, nigga.
I see you, dog.
So I'm like, that's why I be like, nigga, make sure you do, because I'm like, I'm gonna tip you right, but I'm like, nigga, make sure you do my shit right. I don't need it, but I'm like, see, that's why you're doing the extra. I didn't ask for it. Because even when I do go to other dude, like, he'll do my mustache and stuff. I'm like, he'll know. Anyways.
So you don't like the spray paint? He trying to get you fresh. He like the honey dip gonna like it.
Nigga, I ain't 70 years old. I don't need that shit. Nigga, don't put no spray on nothing. I need you to just I need to see how you really line up, bruh. Don't be scared, man.
You think that's the tactic to do it? Okay, I see
That's
what
a
you're saying.
tactic. They be like, hold up, I want to, you know what I'm saying? When
But
you
I don't
move,
get it why
that
they
shit
even would
fresh.
do that though. If you're gonna put the blade on it anyway, so I'm like, you gonna make sure it gets sharp anyway. So I don't know.
No, you do the lineup, you do the blade, and then you put the shit on.
Oh,
And then maybe you'll do like a slight, real slight, so you don't really push it back to make it seem like you're really following up. But you don't do it before all that. You do it after. It's like the final touch, nigga. It's like, you know what I'm saying, you coloring in, you know what I'm saying? You did the outline, all that type of shit. Now let me put a little color on it, man.
damn. It's-
I always remember though the worst one I ever got. No disrespect to that lady, but I remember I went to that lady, man. I thought my shit was so fresh when I was in the car. I was like, damn, she really did. She really did. Whoa! Ah! I was so bad, bro. Oh man, I was like, I remember in the chair, like she showed it. I was like, man, she like, I got me a new barber on here, like she cold, like. I just really found it, man. I remember I was in the car, like, that shit. I was going home. And shit.
I think he
Found
told
out I was in the driveway, man. I was like, I'm really fresh. Like, bro, what is this? You know, all of a sudden, like, nigga, scratch marks came up. Like, they started red marks came. I was like, no, my shit
he said
terrible, man.
Scratch marks came up.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was. They had the red. I was terrible, man. It was terrible, man. I was like, man, that was something new because I'm like, they, coming from Cali out here, they wasn't really doing that in Cali. I was like, they really do that out here, man.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, like my barber, he kind of do it, but like he don't really do it. Like he only do like the
That's
corners.
new though, but that's new though because I remember when
Not everybody does it though.
yeah, but
Some
then
people only
I'm
just
like
do the
that's doing
razor.
part time because I'm thinking about when I went from Cali, then at the same time I went to Kentucky. So I'm like, but when I went to Cali, Kentucky wasn't really doing it. But in Kentucky they was, but I don't know. He wasn't my friend. I don't know. I guess it's someone. I guess because you got all the new, you putting the hair pieces on all types of shit.
Well, he only do like the corner. He don't do my whole shit. So that's the only reason I really don't say nothing. Cause I'm like, maybe he's just trying to like, I don't know, maybe the corner a little harder. He not trying to really push me back like that or something. I don't never have no cuts, so that's important.
But see, that's the thing for me though. I'll be like, because I'm so used to. I remember when I used to get my hair cut by niggas. They ain't never use that. And I remember the ones that was weak and the ones that were really. I remember the dude I was going to, religiously before I moved, like the dude right up the hill. And I'm like, he learned. I remember him learning. Like he used to be weak, and then he just got good. He just really learned my hair. He was a beast, bro. And so when I be thinking about like you really using the spray and all that type of stuff, I'll be like, even if you good too, because I'm like, he good, bro. I'm like, you good at what you do? I'm like, you don't need to spray on my shit.
I think it's just more of like what the young kids prefer. Like some people really like that because it makes them look whatever. So if you go on a majority of people, you're gonna just be like, I'm gonna just do it for this young brother. Fuck it, you know. Versus him just thinking like he doesn't need it, you know. I don't think he's giving it to you because you need it. He's not looking like, man, this young man scalp need little Jesus. I think he's really like, I'm gonna throw that in there because it is more, but he ain't charging you more. So I'm like, if he was charging you more, then I'm like, okay, he's trying to, finesse or something, But I'm like, I think he's just really like, I'm gonna just, cause I'm like, I think right now, I think it's about cause he ever take a picture of you like and put it on his page or something.
Way back when we was, because I'm like, I've been going. I went to him. He was one of the. After I went to that chick, I went to one other dude. He was cool. I couldn't find him again though, and then I went to him. And so it was like, I've been going to him at least for a year, but I be spotty with it. You know what I'm saying? So
I just think like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just doing it because they feel like they want their work to look, you feel me, elite at all times. And that's going to for sure, you know what I'm saying, cap it off. So if they do take a picture, they want to have that consistency. So when he look at you, he's like, all right, like I'm really getting my shit good. So when it comes to the picture or whatever he's trying to promote, he like, I know my shit,
he do
But
the
I'm
best.
like,
Though. I'll give it to him. He do the best like ball tapers out here in Memphis, in my opinion. Because I'm
nah,
like,
your shit was fresh. When you was moving your hair, I'm like, that shit kind of looked blended pretty good. Like,
yeah, I'm like, he do
versus
the
when
best.
we was in Kentucky, boy, I never forget the dude. I don't want to even get into none of his
that's what I'm
features
talking
or
about.
nothing. But when he was
He
like,
was learning still.
he was just like, but how he just came off, thought he was cold. How he's like, yeah, man, I'm not trying to be like other barbers, you know. I ain't trying to talk no other barbers down, but like, you know,
Bruh.
we do it good over here. I'm just like, all right, bro. You know, I'm not even really. I'm just like afterwards. I mean, we both was like, yeah, our shit fresh. And he got the you was like,
Niggas got the shower.
hey, bro. I was like, yeah. He was like,
Oh.
did your hairline look like uneven or something? I was like,
Oh.
on the corner, right? He was like, yeah, it's like kind of. I was like, bro. I was like, oh nah, this ain't it.
Bro, my hairline was like just straight, and then I went and some water hit it, and that nigga ended up being like this. I was like, how does that even happen, bro? So that's crazy because I'm like, that was without the little black straight print. Like somehow he did something where like the shit looked straight, then the
What he
water hit
did,
it, and
bro.
it just fell. It just
It
like,
was
why my
crazy,
whole
bro. That was a bad because I remember he got burned the same way. He was like, my hairline fucked up. I was like, damn, he did slant your shit. Like, it was bad, bro. He was pushed back.
Yeah, there was no good barbers out there.
I never get your mom was going in on that one barber.
She wasn't wrong though. He was weak.
He was because he really thought he did you good too.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. I hate whenever a barber tells you he got you, man, you gotta be scared. When you don't know him, you ain't going there for a minute. If he's a new barber, if you go to a new barber, you like, this is what I want to be like. I got you, bro. You should probably. What you mean? I'm gonna go to the next person because I'm like, I don't know, I don't trust that.
I ain't never seen nobody tag team a hairline, man.
Hey, that only happens to me, bro. That was crazy. I was sitting there, man. Dog was like, and remember he had the arm too. Oh man, he had the arm.
I don't know why you went to him.
He had the, I didn't go to him, man. They called me. I didn't see the arm until I was in the seat. He had the arm like he was permanently carrying the baby. You know what I'm saying? Or like he was always he was a running back. He always had a football. You know what I'm saying? He was like this. But,
oh, you got me rolling, bro. Oh, that was too
so you
funny.
already
I
know
was really
he
looking
had
like,
the arm. He had the football the whole time, man. He was cutting my hair. You know,
but I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't really see fully. But I'm like, is somebody else cutting his hair now? Like, what's going on over there?
my guy was cutting and he was just fucking it up. He had an old head. He was like, and when I think about it, I think old head made it worse. When I think about it, but old head was just watching. I remember he was just like, he kept asking questions. I was like, oh man, that's not a good sign. And I kept telling him what he wanted. I said, and he no, excuse me, I didn't keep telling him. He kept asking me. I said, so you wanted like this? I was like, yeah, bro. I wanted like da da da. He said, okay, I got you. And then like 3 minutes later, he'd be like, so you said you wanted like how? I was like, I just, I don't really want to, what I'm saying, blend it. Okay, I got you. And you get the mirror. Whenever the barber shows you the mirror too many times, that's not a good look. Like, is this how you want it right here? Oh, nah, not really. You need to blend it down some more. Okay, baby, I got you. All right, is this it right here? Nah, like I want that to be okay. I got you. And then after like 5 minutes, old head came and he said, "Look, you ain't doing that." He just pushed him aside. Bro, started cutting my hair. He said, "This is how you should blend it." That nigga took the blender to my head, like the little roll thing, so hard. He was like, "Shh." I was like, seemed like he fucking my shit up too. So I got 2 niggas fucking my shit up. I'm like, how does that even happen, bro? How you gonna tell one person he's not doing what he's supposed to do, and then you come in and you fuck my shit up too? And so he just rolling it. And after like 3 minutes, he just stopped and he looked at my shit. He like, what'd you say you wanted, young man? I was like, a bald taper. He was like, okay. And then he went right back at it. I was like, oh man, this shit crazy. And then he just stopped. He was like, see that right there? Wait, he sat down. So young boy, you know what I'm saying? He lined me up. I looked at the mirror. My shit was fucked up. I was like, what? What happened in my head?
Oh my god.
My shit was fucked up, bro. But, yeah, I tipped him still too. And the reason why I tipped him is because the old dude made a joke. He was like, if this young man tipped me, I'm gonna take that shit because that's mine. Look what I did. And like I looked, and this was before I looked in the mirror. So I was like, oh, you must have really fixed my shit up. And when I looked in the mirror and I saw my shit was fucked up, I was like, I'm gonna to tip this nigga. I want to make sure he gets it. So when I tipped him, the dude asked me, he was like, "You gonna tip?" I was like, "Yeah, man, that's for him though. I'm tipping him." He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna take it." I was like, "Nah, that's for him." He was like, "No, I don't want to do that." I don't know what he ended up doing with the tip. He probably did end up taking it, but I was like, "Man, nah, probably should have gave him some money." But I didn't have no dollar bills on. But it was,
hey, fool, that was probably one of the funniest stories I heard. Like, bro, if you was on stand up, bro, you'd had the room dying, fool. This man said, "What did you say you want, young man?"
I was like, "What?" And the fact that he asked me after he was already cutting my hair, like the old man was already.
You should have asked me that before you took the clippers.
Yeah, you just took the clippers from the dude, like you knew what I wanted, and you went at it, and it's like you was like, "Oh, this ain't coming out good." Like, wait, what did you say you wanted? Oh yeah, that's what.
Ooh, shit.
So man, I feel like he took his tip too. I put money on he took his tip, and I put money. Y'all taking an L right now.
Hey, the Bears came back, bro. They was down the whole game. Now they're up 27-26.
Who they playing?
Pittsburgh.
Man, Pittsburgh weak though. Oh, I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back. Talk to the people.
Excuse me. What's good with y'all out there, man? Oh man, they just scored a field goal. Pittsburgh's gonna probably win. The Bears try to come back though. My bad, y'all. But to all y'all out there, man, just like, subscribe, share it, man. Hit the notification. You know what I'm saying? Get us out there, man. We out here trying to give y'all good content. That story was funny, was hilarious, man. But I don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, man, yeah, just it's rough out here, man. I know it's rough. It's really rough out here, man. Especially when you just feel like you alone and you don't got nobody to talk to, or you can't talk to them because whatever circumstances that they're there. But you know what I mean? Like, find that outlet, man. Find it. Embrace it. Whatever it is, man. Even if you might not even particularly care for it at the time, if you're good at it, man, just give it a shot, man. Give it a go. See where it goes, man. That's my message for the day. The Kings trying to trick the game off. Ooh, Chris Paul hooping. That's what it is. D-Book. Ooh, Cameron Payne, 17. He said, "I'm a dog." He said, "I'm a dog." Hey, y'all gotta, you feel me, get in the game, fade away. And it's crazy because this dude always wear a hat. Now all of a sudden he don't want to wear a hat, man.
Huh?
No. But anyway, man.
You got me off topic, man. I said I had some topics I wanted to bring.
You ain't saying nothing, bro. I was just talking about that barber, dog, and that shit was crazy, bro. That was the craziest story because I was there, so I was witnessing. I'm like, he over here really? Ooh, I don't even want to get into that though no more. But anyway, go ahead. What's your topics, man?
You know, I've had some bad barbers, but my first topic that I wanted to touch on is Broly Romero. He said something interesting in an interview. Fight hype. They came to him and said, "Hey, man, what do you feel about the allegations?" He said, "Look, man, I'm innocent. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to show you. I thought the right thing for me to do was withdraw." I would actually pull up that footage. I would show it, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But, they're going to take away. They're going to flag or not flag.
Why? Fair use.
They be itchy on it.
Hey, man, I be seeing Kwame Brown do it all the time, man.
Let's do it. So
it don't gotta be long. You feel me? Just a little snippet. Like, as long as you're not doing a whole video, you know what I'm saying? I see guys always break down videos.
I know, but you can't really. It depends on And YouTube be picking, trust me. Because I'm like, even on the ones what we be doing, and we be pulling up the Instagram, we be doing ads to ability and all that shit.
They be doing what?
I'll tell you about it later. But I'm gonna pull it up right now. Talk to people about pull it up, and I'll explain what's happening.
I'm just mad that Javante didn't get another worthy opponent. He got no disrespect, but a tomato can, man. You know what I mean? But isn't somebody fighting in December to replace that? I forgot. Devin Haney.
Nah, he has a. You talking about for Javante?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. It's not.
I said,
but you talking about the fight that we're excited about? You.
Yeah.
So okay, let me know. Let me know if you can hear this real quick. I'm gonna see if this is working right. You know what I'm saying? For time units right here, how you feel? Can you hear that? You hear that?
Nah.
All right, not at all. I'm gonna have to figure that out there to make the sound play. But anyways, in that particular video right there. So if y'all want to check it
on my phone
on TMZ Sports, yeah, go ahead. While he pulls that up, it's on TMZ Sports. They're asking him about sexual allegations. He's basically saying in the summer he's going to fight it. You know what I'm saying? That he's innocent to proven guilty, innocent to proven guilty. But he says it was the right thing in his mind to do to pull out of the fight, so there was no distractions. He's pulling it up. He's going to put the audio up.
Fair use.
Fair use. Fair use. We're playing it. Fair use.
My lawyer's not here. I'm not allowed to talk about that, but let's just say it like this. That's some bull. Simple as that.
Now, you still want to fight Tank?
No, I don't want to fight him. I can see why none of his opponents say anything, because the second I say
fair
something,
use, copyright people.
I'm not there no more. But you know, I'm not the
Your name won't be clear. Yeah, what? Like, will your name be clear?
No, I'm innocent.
Like I said.
Hey man, what's up with dudes say I can't say much because my lawyer not here and be like, I'm innocent. Like, bro, you just say you're not supposed to be saying nothing, bro.
He can say he's innocent though. He can say that much. Is that the end of it?
Huh?
Is that the end of it?
It's like 17 seconds. You want to hear the last 17 seconds?
Yeah, because I think he says the part that I want to.
All right. So we'll see you back in the ring when.
Whenever. Yeah. Rolly is forever. Don't ever forget that.
Fair use. So that wasn't the clip. It's a fight hype clip actually.
Oh, okay. So this one sounds off after that. Okay. You got it pulling up.
Well, I'm not gonna play the audio because I can't. But it's a fight hype clip. So that was him.
I got the fight hype. You want to play that one or no?
Yeah, go ahead and play that while we got this up right here. I want them to hear that.
Remember this.
Because I want them to hear what they're supposed to. What I want them to hear something specifically, because you see his new opponent, Isaac Cruz. Everyone said Devin Haney said I'll replace him, and they said why didn't he pick him? He had all these different choices. Why was Isaac Cruz the person that he chose? Well, Rolly Romero accidentally spilled the beans, and it kind of supports the I guess you could say it's a conspiracy that I said, where I think Gervonta Davis versus Rolly Romero was never supposed to happen. It was Floyd's way of hyping and boosting both of these fighters, not only boosting both of the fighters' profiles, but also boosting whoever Gervonta was originally supposed to fight, Isaac Cruz, in this fight, because no one was really supposed to watch this. Now, more people want to make me watch this, not even because they want to see Tank fight, but just in spite of the fact that Rolly's out. It's like we're thirsty for some now. Anyways, yes, if you have it up.
Man, I'm pissed off, man, but I mean, shit, it
Fair
happens.
use.
Fix everything, and I'll be back in the spring.
There you
Think about Gervonta's fight now with Esau Cruz.
Listen to this right here.
I said like this, he was the original opponent, so
What?
Let's run it back.
What did you hear?
Let's run it back.
Zen, am I crazy? What did you hear?
I said like this, he was the original opponent, so
Why isn't more people talking about that? Go ahead now. Play the next little part.
he was the original opponent, and then I activated the mandatory that's the fight I wanted. And man,
so you can go ahead. That's the rest is it, brother. So he activated the point. So Gervonta was originally supposed to fight Isaac Cruz December 5th. We just didn't know it. They didn't put it out there. Rolly activated his WBC mandatory. That came out, and actually this might have been out, or even then it wasn't out yet. But before this fight was out, he activated his mandatory. That's bigger news. You can't say, "Oh, Gervonta's fighting Isaac Cruz," and Rolly activated his mandatory. How's that look for Gervonta? So what happens? Floyd sets the fight. Now all of a sudden there's a sexual allegation. So Rolly says the best thing for him to do is pull out. You think, and people are going at Rolly, "Oh, you scared? You scared?" Look, Rolly looks a lot happier now that he pulled out. You really think Rolly's choice was to pull out when he activated the mandatory? That's what I mean. Like when I look at the news and how people manipulate, it's hilarious to me. You think Rolly really it was his choice to do it? You don't think it was set up? Okay, maybe I'm crazy. I might be crazy, but this is my opinion. I think Floyd. I'm like,
Nah, I think what you're saying is right. Like for sure, promotion. I mean, like them allegations should have been out. Like, why they just out now?
it's all a plan, man. If Isaac Cruz was the original opponent, he didn't replace Rolly. Rolly replaced Isaac Cruz when he activated his mandatory. So it sounded like Rolly went against it. Either Rolly was advised by Floyd, activate your mandatory, because I can put, I think you have a bright future, Rolly. I want you to fight Ryan Garcia. Let's get you in a profile where people are talking about you, where when you want to fight him, it's not laughing, right? There's that aspect. Or Rolly himself said, "Y'all don't believe in me. I'm gonna activate my mandatory anyways." I don't see it going on.
Who's his mandatory?
Right? Gervonta. So he activated his mandatory. They said, "Rolly, Gervonta, you got to fight Rolly." But they already had Isaac Cruz in line for the December 5th fight. Right? Mm-hmm. So either Rolly went against Mayweather's wishes or he went with his wishes. That we'll never know. But either way, it grows Rolly's profile, right? A Mayweather fighter. And it grows Gervonta Davis's fight where people are interested in December 5th when they would have gave a fuck about him fighting Isaac Cruz. They would have said all type of things. Why are you fighting Isaac Cruz? Now they're saying, "Oh, well, he has no choice but to fight Isaac Cruz." Those who don't understand what's going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
So,
is that all you wanted to play from that video?
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it. But this is all I wanted to show right here too, honestly. But like, the reason why I wanted to say that, for me, that was one of the topics that I wanted to talk about, just because, a lot of people were coming at Rolly, man. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, Rolly, you scared, Rolly this. You made up these allegations. You just wanted to get out of the fight, all these type of things." I think this is all a ploy. I think it had nothing to do with them ever fighting at any point. Or am I tripping? I don't know. That's my opinion. I might be tripping.
I agree. I'm like, you see how he was even talking about Gervonta? I'm like, bro, this guy doesn't sound serious. Sound like he's trying to sell something or hype something up.
Make you think you about to watch something that's never gonna happen, man. Magician. That's it. So, unfortunately, we're gonna get let down. I'm gonna watch that fight. I'm gonna go live for the fight. I'm gonna Fluence Lounge for the fight, but I'm not gonna be happy with watching it.
Yeah, Gervonta can whoop that.
Absolutely, man. How y'all Lakers looking, man? I don't know what's going on with that jank.
It's tied.
Quarter.
It's tied. No, second in the second quarter. Ooh, 80 start picking it up. That's good.
Y'all weak, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're just a hater. Oh Lord, jeez.
You big weak, bro. No disrespect. I'm just being honest with you.
You said I'm weak?
Nah, the Lakers. How you feeling, man? You want to keep and take the people? How you feeling? Good for the night?
Sure. It's really up to you. I think I want to get some churros, man. I'm being a fat boy right now.
I respect, man. I got some food with for man. Eat here today, man. I'm gonna get going crazy. I want to watch this movie, man. This gunslinger movie, man.
Gunslinger?
Yeah, Idris Elba and the Black Cowboy movie. So I'm gonna see what this is like.
You seen that new movie, the Harder They Fall? That new movie on Netflix.
Shut up, nigga. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Damn.
I just want to try and take away what I'm trying to watch, nigga.
I didn't. You said some
What's wrong
gunslinger
with you,
movie.
man?
Okay.
It ain't no gunslinger movie.
I don't know. You said gunslinger movie. I'm thinking that's what the movie was called.
It was a gunslinger movie, man. It's supposed to be. It's cowboy shit.
Man, you over here hyping. You got the name wrong, and I'm gonna ask you a name. You got never mind.
I know it wasn't the name. I said that's what type of movie it was. When I said gunslinger, that means it's a cowboy movie, nigga. Ah!
I might watch that movie then too.
Yeah, that movie, man, that's crazy right there.
It was weak, but yeah, man. Oh,
That's crazy, man. That's crazy head movement right there.
what about Jared Hurd right there?
Yo, salute to the people. Much love to everybody, man. Beginning of Monday, man. We trying to keep it silent. We trying to keep it, man. We trying to make the Monday, the week. You know what I'm saying? Start. I remember when we used to do these consistently, man. We used to make the week go by fast, and we used to make these Mondays not feel like shit.
Yeah,
Remember that. But salute to the people, man. We out here hit the like button, man. Mondays, fun days. We gonna keep it coming always. Black Boost TV.
Hey.
We up out of here, man.
We up